Welcome back to my workshop. My name is Kara, and today we are doing another furniture transformation video. This is our next project. It is the top of a china hutch. So generally there would be a bottom and then this would sit on top of it. I picked it up at a garage sale for $5. Totally worth it. Again, I'm going into this just like I did with the dresser. If it doesn't turn out, I'm out hardly any money so far. So it'll be perfectly fine. And after doing that dresser, my confidence level is a little bit higher than it was. So I feel pretty good, and I actually feel pretty good about going into this one. So what I really want to turn this into is a bookshelf. I debated on removing these, the vertical, I debated on removing these vertical boards, but they're adding a little extra support, so it's okay. And I was just gonna put, 2 shelves in there and make it very basic, but I think I have a better idea. So I'm not going to be utilizing this glass shelf. I'm actually going to take that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 shelf about the same height on this side and same thing on this side. And then I'm going to add 2 shelves in the middle. I think it'll just give it a little bit more of a unique look to it. The other things that I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be cutting off the very bottom and I will add my own legs. There's a light on the top of it. I'm going to be removing that. I don't need it. So let's go ahead and get started.
Here, of course, is just a little overview of what we're working with. You can tell it's been sitting in someone's garage for a while. It's really dirty. The bottom is really rough. So the back of this is just stapled on. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I've not yet decided if I will keep it or I will replace it. We will cross that bridge when we get there.
There's a row of staples here on the bottom. Who knew this had so many staples in it? The back is off. We have a pretty good view of what's going on here, just with this piece overall. So this is like some pressed wood on the sides, which I would really, wasn't too sure about until I saw the damage. And I was like, oh yeah, pressed wood for sure. No biggie though. I'm going to assume that this is solid, as well as these. The frame itself, this part. So next step, I think we're gonna clean it up a little bit, and then I'm going to cut these, decide where I want to cut the sides down, and add some legs. So we're gonna add our own legs. But let me turn this around so we can see it from the other side. All right, so here it is without the back on it. Again, I think I'm just going to keep this and use it. I may as well use that to my advantage so I don't have to redo too much. I am going to take out the light. The light is holding on by one little screw, so I gotta take that screw out.
So I'm just going to cut off the bottom pieces here with the skill saw, and then we will go ahead and tackle those sides and cut it down to the desired height. So I went ahead and measured where I would like to cut at. And then I'm actually, because these are just garbage, we're not going to use the bottoms that were cut off. Rather than trying to follow a line with the skill saw, I'm actually going to just go ahead and screw these scrap pieces of wood on here and let that be used as the guide, so the fence of the saw can ride right along with it to get us a nice straight cut.
All right, point of no return.
One of the things I was afraid of was this happening, because these sides are that pressed board, you can tell by the back here. Same with the shelves. So that being said, I'm gonna have to put some filler in there and stain and or paint, but that is okay.
So now that this one is cut, I'm gonna flip this over and go ahead and cut the other side. And we are just well on our way. I just remembered something that I should have tried on this side to try and prevent that chipping. So when you cut countertops, kind of the same concept. Sometimes you'll see people put, I've watched my dad do this, do duct tape and then draw their line on the duct tape and then take the duct tape after the cut is done, and that'll help prevent the chipping. Should have tried that here. I don't know if it'll work in this situation, but I should have tried it.
So it's on its side. I'm going to put legs in here. Okay, so I cut the legs, but it's gonna stay this high. So I'm gonna do 3 legs in the back just to help support. And then we're going to do 4 shelves. So if you remember, I just had that one shelf in the middle. So I'm going to do a shelf here on each side, and then I'm going to do a shelf about here and here in the middle.
I changed my mind. And if this is not the first video of mine you've watched, you know that that happens a lot. So I'm gonna show you my new plan here. So I was just gonna do like, you know, the 2 shelves and then 2 shelves this way. But I had them in like that and I didn't like the way it looked, so I changed my mind. So I'm gonna show you, keep in mind, you're gonna have to use your imagination for just a minute. I still have to stain the shelves, and then the 2 smaller shelves that are in there, they don't have a backer on yet, so they're not quite level. Use your imagination, you'll get the picture. So here we go. So we'll do 1 shelf, middle, right?
Obviously this piece and that scrap wood won't be there, but look like that. So we still need to stain. I need to get a back, and then I'm going to get a piece to go on top and finish that off too. Progress. Okay, so it has been about 6 months since we touched this, and part of the reason is I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with the color. So I'm actually sanding it down, and we are going to stain it rather than keep it that color that it was. Okay, so I've got plywood for the back and the top. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the back. We are gonna stain most of this, but I am going to paint the inside wall sides, so like where you don't really see. I'm gonna paint those black, and then I'm gonna paint the back side of the back black. I am doing some last minute touch-up sanding here, and I did go ahead and put wood filler on the bottom where those chips were, and it worked fantastic. So we sanded that down as well. I forgot, I'm so sorry, to get a little video of what that looked like. So I'm just using the finish nailer to nail in any loose pieces as well. Just to add that extra support there too. The stain color that I chose is darker. It is a mocha, so I don't need, it sanded down perfectly. Plus, that would be very hard to do with that pressed on wood on the sides there. So the stain will cover just like we need it to. It will look great. I'm very confident in that. Part of why I chose such a dark color was to help hide some of those imperfections. Okay, next steps, I'm going to glue the top on and use the finish nailer to finish it off. And then we will stain this. I need to stain the back, stain the shelves, and put it all together. I did debate about doing the back black, but I'm gonna stain it and see how it looks. And if I don't like it, then maybe we'll paint it. We'll see. Another reason I went with a little bit darker of a color was to help blend those different woods that we're using in this piece together, because it's not all the same wood. So the finish is going to be just a tad different on it, of course. And a lighter stain is going to show that more than the darker stain will. Okay, so we have the clear coat on. I just did a polyurethane clear coat on top of the stain. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a quick nice sand, just with some really fine sandpaper, and get that nice and smooth. I don't believe that I'll need another coat, so we should be good there. And then we can start assembling the shelves in the back and get it all together, get this in the house. It's looking pretty good. I'm excited. I did like the black, but I ultimately decided to go with the stain like my original plan. So now I'm just going to drill some holes. I'm using some hole saws here to go ahead so we have any wires or anything like that, because this is going under our TV, so it's kind of going to be like an entertainment / bookshelf. So anything that has wires or cables going to it will be able to just stick through the back. I should have taped this. That's okay though. So I'm going to use a nail gun and go ahead and attach this to the back. Okay, the debate I am having, do I add lights? So I bought some lights. I might, ooh, got sawdust on them. I might put them in there. Oh yeah, stand by. Okay, I might put them in there and see if I like them. And then of course if I do, I will keep them. If not, I will save them for another project at another time. So before we go ahead and get the final reveal, I want to show you again, this was the before. And then we will go to the after. So thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and follow this channel. Hit the thumbs up down below and leave a comment what project I should work on next. Let's see what it looks like.